Welcome. My name is Nkosi, known as LindoPep, the TTP show host. I'm joined by Coach Picasso Bafit. And on the previous video, we did say that this segment of the show is called Inside the Mind of a Football Technocrat. And we are talking the Orlando Pirates versus the Al Ahly. It's obviously an away game for the Orlando Pirates this coming weekend. And I've got the tactical technocrat on the show, and we are here to discuss that. Coach, welcome again.
Thanks for welcoming me, Lindo. How are you?
I know I'm all right, my brother. Just work, my brother.
Yeah, no. As we're looking at the Pirates and Orlando Pirates and Al Ahly game.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe let's talk both teams. Maybe let me give you the form guide. Of course, you're looking at two teams that have done exceptionally well. You are talking about the Orlando Pirates that has played 11 games. They've won 9 and lost 2 in the Betway Premiership. You're looking at them in the CAF Champions League. They've already played 5 games. Of course, they've got 3 wins and 2 losses. You're talking about the Al Ahly that has 10 points. Orlando Pirates has 11. Al Ahly has played 5. They've won 3, 1 draw, 1 loss, and you're looking at their league form as well. They're top of the log, that side in the Egyptian Premier League. Obviously, they've obviously played 8 games. They've won 5 and drawn 3. They haven't lost a match. But for me, the only match they lost was in the CAF Champions League against the RC Belouiz. Hope I'm pronouncing it properly. Apologies for that. But coach, what does this mean for the Orlando Pirates and the Al Ahly? It seems like both teams are going to go through.
I think Pirates going into the fixture having not lost any game gives them confidence. They are the only team in the group that hasn't lost a game, and then Al
Yeah.
Ahly lost.
Apologies on that. Sorry, because they've got 2 draws. Apologies for that.
Yes, they've got 2 draws. I
Yeah.
think going into the game, it's a matter of fighting for the top spot. The Pirates is sitting on top with 11 points. Al Ahly is right behind them with 10. The other 2 teams, Ep1 and Stade Abidjan, are completely out. So it's a matter of fighting for the top spot. And I think both teams will go into the game with their best 11s. They've both qualified, yes, but the top spot matters.
So since the top spot matters, maybe let's profile Al Ahly a little bit as a team. From a technical perspective, what can they offer in this fixture? Because we've seen in the first leg, they were very pragmatic in their approach.
Yeah, I think Al Ahly has some very very good players. They've got some very highly technical players. I think if you look at a player like Marawan Atia, he's brilliant in the middle, dominates games. He's a lion on and off the ball. If you look at another player who's Imam Ashu, he has scored 5 games in the last 2 games. He scored a hat trick against. I think they were playing against Belouizdad. He scored or is it Stade Abidjan where he scored a hat trick. And then last night, Al Ahly was playing a league match. He scored 2 goals in that game. So he's a man on form. So I think he's gonna go into the game looking to pose impact. They've also got a Moroccan international, their left back Atia Allah. He marshals that defense from the side, and he's a beast of controlling the defense, marshalling it, making sure they are compact all the time when they are out of possession. So they've got a decent team with decent individuals.
Yeah, and maybe let's move on to the board when we're talking about Orlando Pirates because we normally profile the team on the TTP show. Please tune in to the TTP show. It's normally on Monday and Thursday at 9 o'clock or live on TikTok, but we do upload some of the videos here on YouTube. And I'm with Coach Picasso. Coach Picasso, from a tactical perspective, we've profiled this team. We know that this team has probably the best attack in the league in the Betway Premiership. They've got a nice, exciting attack. Kota, Mabasa with Tito supporting from deep, of course. Nombata as well can support from deep, can take shots outside the box. But from a tactical perspective, because we both know how difficult it is to go to North Africa and get a result. Remember, the Sundowns has done it for years. But when you're looking at the Orlando Pirates, they did it this year when they went on to beat RC Belouizdad, right? But from a technical perspective, how does the Orlando Pirates approach this game from a technical perspective? and how maybe do they get a point or a win, a result out of this fixture?
I think Orlando Pirates needs to be sober in all the four phases of the game. If they are sober, out of possession, they are compact all the time. Their counter pressing is good whenever they lose the ball. In their offensive transitions, they need to take advantage of that and use the speed that they have up top. In the defensive transitions, they need to work as a team. In possession, they need to be very useful because they are not going to get a lot of chances. They're playing away. It's going to be a hostile environment. So Pirates normally, if we're going to go to the board, Pirates normally, their attacking shape is normally this. Okay, then I think they're going to put out their best 11. So a predicted 11 for Pirates would be Sipo in goal, Sipo Chaine. They have Sesane here, and then they have Usibi Silana, and then here in the middle, Makau Lambata, Tito here on the tip of the triangle, and then they have Dino van Rooyen, they have here. They have Rele, Mufukeng, and Nkota in these spaces. That's where they like to find themselves. And then they have Mabasa here. So I think Pirates normally struggles to progress the ball from this zone, this box that they normally create here.
Yeah.
They struggle to progress the ball because any player that stands right in the middle of these and then here, it makes it difficult for them to progress the ball. So I think if Sipo can be brave enough to come and join this line here in between Sesane and to make it a 3 versus 2 in this situation, or if he's not really brave enough, this can always happen whereby Omar Kaula is the one that's here. So on the base, they've got a 3v2 so that the progression of the play can be easier. If the ball is here, they'll obviously try and press you sideways, or they'll try and press you towards the line. They'll deploy a touchline press. And Al Ahly actually do that very well. They deploy a touchline press and they make sure you don't play down the spine. So I
But
think
how do they hurt them in the final third? How do they hurt them in the final third? Because from a build up, a progressive line perspective, they need to try and control the match, of course. But how do they hurt Al Ahly, more especially in our weekend? Do they use speed, or do they want an extra pass maybe to attract them into their own half?
I think the most important part in the final third is not really going to be on a tactical level as to how do we break them down. I think it's going to be individual based. If they can have Mufukeng and get him in a lot of 1v1s, just get him in a lot of 1v1s, and for him to have 1v1s, then Dion Hoto needs to be the one that goes inside. So whenever he moves from a defensive position, he mustn't overlap. He should look to underlap all the time. And Mufukeng should always be here to make sure that he gets those 1v1s. Nkota as well on the other side. I think Van Rooyen as well should underlap instead of overlapping to create those situations of 1v1s. I think that's where they have their best chance. And then obviously with the creativity of Tito here, he should look to provide Mabasa with a lot of things to feed off. A lot of passes through for Mabasa to run onto when he's breaking the line.
But coach, people are gonna say the North Africans are used to a profile of a striker like Umabasa, Mahupa. Do you not think that Orlando Pirates needs to change the profile of the forward they use, more especially going into Africa? Maybe a quicker player who's a little bit nippy. I sat down and thought that maybe the best position for Gilberto, because it hasn't been working for him, from Kuma White position. Can they not try him maybe as a 9, more especially when they are looking for pace, playing for Africa? Maybe they are looking for runs in behind the defense. Maybe not for a striker that can support from deep and play with his back towards goal.
No, I think Pirates are okay with that striker. I think that's why in Africa their strikers don't normally score. Because even in the league you can check the strikers don't have a lot of goals. I think they are both sitting on 4. Mahopa is sitting on 4, Mabasa on 3. So I think that the profile of a striker that is able to hold up the ball helps the other players. It's not necessarily for the striker to get on the end of the whether it's a cross or it's a cutback. You know, if he can be able to hold on to the ball whenever they manage to find him vertically, that allows Mufukeng to run behind the defense. It allows Tito to run behind. It allows Nkota to run behind. It allows Hoto from a deeper position to also run behind. So I think they need that profile to progress the ball. Whenever they progress the ball, they need someone to hold up the ball and have these attacking midfielders making inroads in the final third.
Yeah. No, Coach Picasso, thank you very much. That has been the inside mind of a football technocrat. Maybe let me get your prediction quickly. I'll ask you versus Orlando Pirates.
I think it's going to be a draw. I think both Al Ahly will go in there wanting to win the game, but I think Pirates' defense has been resolute. They don't concede much. They barely give away anything. So I think maybe a 1-1 draw or a 0-0 draw.
Okay, guys, that has been Coach Picasso, and my name is LindoPep, the host of the TTP show. Please don't forget to subscribe. Don't comment, Buffett. Comment. Don't forget to hit the what do you call it? Kunalea bell there, notification bell, and like, guys. Other than that, we are the TTP show, and we are football technocrats, and we are grateful. Thank you very much for having us, guys.